Do you have people in your life who like to minimize your achievements and make you feel like you're not good enough? Then this video is for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Label line with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest. Label line with the podcast. Teach you lesson cause I got class. Label line with the impact. You be lying.
Hi guys, I'm Lion, the voice of marketing and your friend in all things marketing, brand building, business mindset, and sometimes pop culture. Like I promised you on this channel, we'll be talking about marketing, brand building, but also mindset, relationships, not just romantic relationships, platonic relationships, your relationships at work and at home. We're really making this a lifestyle channel that touches on different facets of your life and gives you the tools that you need to help you move forward and succeed. Today, I'm going to be speaking from my book, Audacity. Yes, guys, I have a book. I wrote this book 2 years ago. It's called Audacity, as you can see. And I wrote it as a life guide for the modern woman because I felt that if I had had an older sister or a female mentor that I could trust and feel safe with, I would be much further, much quicker. So not all of us have the luxury to have a big sister mentor or a female mentor. And so we need other sources from women who understand what it is to be women in society that help us move forward, right? And this book, to be honest with you, can be used by anybody. Whether you're a man or a woman or you identify as anything else, as somebody else, it's okay. You can actually use this book. The lessons are not gender specific. However, I had written this from a perspective of a big sister or a older female sharing life nuggets with a younger female. The message for today's video came to me as I was reading this book. I read my book daily because you're supposed to use it as a handbook. So you put it in your bag and you take it out whenever you have a bit of time. You read it for 5-10 minutes. It's a quick read and you take what you want to take from it. You write your notes. As you can see, there's space so you can write your notes and you can hand this down over generations if you keep it in good condition. So today I opened this book and it got me to page 90 and I thought to myself, Lord, you know exactly how I'm feeling. You know my heart because God always knows our heart, right? And I don't believe that things are a coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason. And so I know I landed on this page for a reason. And I know that today this message is going to resonate with somebody. Are you somebody who experiences being gaslit, right? Where you are in environments where you're doing well or you really are contributing in a meaningful way, but people try to act like it doesn't matter. But when somebody else does exactly the same thing, people celebrate it and make it seem like it's this big deal and they make it seem like, it's a one in a lifetime, one of a kind thing. If you experience that, you're not alone. And I know you could feel alone because you might be the only one in that environment experiencing that. Or there might be somebody else around you experiencing it, but they're too shy or afraid to say it because they don't want to look weak, so they keep quiet. But trust me, you're not alone. Let's read what it says in Audacity and we can unpack it. It says, it's not that your achievements aren't great. It's that the people around you don't like that it's you achieving them. So they try their best to minimize your greatness and pretend that they don't see it. If you lean into their toxicity, you will lose. But if you focus on sharing more of your light, you will rise. That's profound. I can't believe I wrote those words. Let me read it to you one more time. It's not that your achievements aren't great. It's that the people around you don't like that it's you achieving them. So they try their best to minimize your greatness and pretend that they don't see it. If you lean into their toxicity, you will lose. But if you focus on sharing more of your light, you will rise. One of the most invalidating experiences in life is for the people around you to act like what you do didn't happen, right? It can almost make you feel like you don't exist, like you're living in a delusional world, because in this real world where everybody else validates things, nothing about you that's good is validated. I'm here to tell you through this video and through my book Audacity, that you're not weak, you're not a vain person, you're not narcissistic because you want validation for the work that you do and the contributions that you make. Validation is one of the cornerstones of helping people become better, of helping people contribute more passionately and with more commitment to the environments that they serve. All of us need to know that we are valued and that we are contributing in the right way. So validation is a good thing. And expecting validation in the environments that you serve is not a bad thing, right? But what happens if you're around people who just refuse? They simply refuse. Firstly, I want you to know that you can't change other people. People will be who they are. So the key in life is to protect yourself, be concerned with yourself, elevate yourself, and move yourself to the right spaces for you. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to learn that you don't need to personalize their behavior. It's got nothing to do with you. It's all about them and what they're projecting onto you. But because you are a human being, you're not made of stone. You're going to feel something from their projections, which is why it's important for you to do the next step, which is you need to start identifying other environments where you can make meaningful contributions that people actually appreciate and verbalize and reward, right? So that means having hobbies, or volunteering your time for free, contributing somewhere where people A, need what you offer, but B, are excited and value it so much that they will reward you, whether it's through praise, whether it's through payment, whatever the case, they're going to validate you. You need that in your life. The third thing that you need to be doing is you need to remove people from your life who don't bring positivity into your life. So who don't bring positive conversations, who don't affirm you, who don't show you how good you are. Because those people are also contributing to the reality of the other people in your workspace or wherever who don't validate the things that you do. So you need to make sure that in your personal life, you're surrounded by people who validate you, who say positive things, who remind you of your power. And then I want you to start journaling your experiences. A lot of us, when we live experiences where we're being gaslit and we're really not sure if how we're feeling is real because everyone around us seems to not see us, we need to know that what we're experiencing and feeling is real. So we have to document those things in a journal. That helps you offload your feelings in a safe way. And it also helps you look back at what you're experiencing and actually see how reasonable it is, how you're not crazy, how, you are feeling and the things that you can work on, maybe where your weaknesses are and where your strengths are, so you can move forward in a way that's strategically more beneficial for you. And when I say what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, I'm not saying you need to check how you are affecting those people. No. I'm not saying gaslight yourself. I'm saying see how you're existing in the space and then find strategic ways to leverage on your weaknesses and your strengths to make the experience less harmful for you, right? Because these things are incredibly psychologically harmful. People have committed suicide from being in environments that don't recognize them. And also, when you're in an environment that doesn't recognize you, you could die not knowing your greatness. And you might even cap your greatness because you won't feel the need or the motivation to keep rising because you might feel like you're too much or you're not enough. So those spaces are toxic and you are not the problem in those spaces. And then I want you to start creating affirmations for yourself that remind you of how amazing you are. It sounds so silly, but these things matter. That's why a book like Audacity exists. Small nuggets of wisdom and affirmations that help the modern woman navigate through toxic spaces, navigate through challenging spaces, navigate through relationships. I want you to start having affirmations, things like, I am great at what I do and all is well. And all is working in my favor. You have to start saying things like that to yourself. Remind yourself of your own greatness because nobody else honestly will do it the way that you need it. You need to do it first for yourself. Then I want you to start celebrating your achievements. Even if it means going out by yourself, getting a glass of champagne, getting your favorite piece of cake, whatever the case may be, every time you achieve something, write it down, keep track of your achievements, and then celebrate them. Often we're not aware of our own greatness because we don't keep track of all the amazing things that we've done. And knowing the amazing things you've done and being conscious of it actually gives you the confidence to keep going no matter what kind of space that you're in, because you know what you've done and you've got it written down, and you remind yourself as often as possible of all the amazing things that you've done. I want you to know that you are not alone in this experience, and some of us will have these experiences with the cards that we've been dealt. But this doesn't mean that you can't succeed. This doesn't mean that you're not already great. This doesn't mean that you're not deserving of a good and happy life with great friendships and great work relationships and great relationships overall. This is the season to be about you. Take it seriously. Don't allow the world to dictate your worth. Dictate your own worth for yourself. Guys, I love you. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope that you're enjoying this new tone of the YouTube channel. I think it's necessary for us to have different touch points, some that are softer, some that are more business, some that are more fun and funny. And you're going to see that in the new relationship podcast that I'm working on. But I love you guys, and let me know in the comment section, what other kind of content do you want from me, so we can see how we can weave it in to our conversations. And if you experienced what we spoke about in today's video, share your experience, give some tips. There could be somebody who's reading who could be saved by your advice. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms at @LabelLion_SN. Until next time, don't forget, the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. I love you all.